everybody, and welcome to Freedom Ranch Homestead. We're so glad that you tuned in to see what is happening here on the ranch. The log home, of course, is coming along very nicely, but this video we're going to take a little break from that and show you some of the other things that we're doing on the ranch to add some infrastructure so that we are able to better take care of our animals. The first thing that we did is we had Tracy Blevins, our fence builder, come out with his workers and start building a cattle catcher for us. And I never realized how important that was going to be. We need to be able to get the cattle vaccinated, and the veterinarian needs a place where they can do that safely. And so the cattle catcher was definitely a must for that reason, but also so that we could check our girls for pregnancy. We have rented a bull for the last almost 2 months now, and so we're really hoping that he has done his job. And the only way to find out now is to have them check to see if there are any babies in their bellies. And the other reason we need it is that we do need to return the bull to its owner. We just rented him for a few months, and so we need to be able to capture him and be able to load him onto the trailer so that he can go back to where his home is. So here's the pig pen. And there's the new cattle catcher. We'll go down and get closer, see how it's looking. Check this out. You guys are gonna have to explain how this all works. Looks like a big maze to me. So I see we capture them way down on that back corner over there. Okay, and then they go into that big area in the back. Okay, so then they get...
where you start bringing them in.
Okay.
So then once you start working them up to here, there'll be a gate across this too.
Okay.
More gates go. Then you just work them into your head gate.
Okay, okay, perfect. And that's where you can hold one at a time in order to check them out if they have any veterinarian issues or anything. So this is what captures their head?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you got a couple that's good and you're just working your cattle, you just run them back to pasture. But if you got one that's sick, is the one you was after to start with,
then you put them in there so you can separate them.
And the first time or second time that you run them through all of this, young heifers,
yeah,
sometimes they flip out a little bit to start with.
I would imagine there, yeah, because these guys are a little skittish, like they won't let us get near them and stuff, which I think is, normal if they've never had human contact.
And as they turn into tails, then
they get used to it.
they kind of get used to it.
Okay, and they're... After Tracy had finished the cattle catcher, Chuck and I came out to check it out and also to try and figure out how to work the head catcher. It was kind of the first, well, definitely the first experience for me to ever do anything like this. And I think for Chuck as well. So we got it all figured out and had a lot of fun in the process of doing so. So we're trying to figure this sucker out. Okay, well, here comes the bull. Pushes through. Oh gosh, don't get stuck.
Let me out.
I think I'm gonna leave you there. Bye, babe. See you later. See you, sweetie. Chuck is gonna demonstrate one more time because we're gonna show how you set him free. Okay? Be the bull.
I see an opening.
Oh. Can you pull it back?
She didn't shut the thing.
How do you do? Okay, no, we messed it up. How did I lock it?
Lift it back up. There you go. That's it. Set it back down. That's good. Now, see, now what happens is I push through this little trap door here.
Okay.
It lifts that up when I push forward. And
then
as
it
soon as
goes
it's
in there. Then it
snaps.
can't move.
But because you have this down, it can't go through.
Okay,
So
ready?
now here comes the bull.
Okay, here comes the bull again.
Actually, I'm coming all the way down.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna make a running start for it, aren't you? Don't hurt yourself, please, hon. Am I really married to this man? So now he's trapped in there, right like that. Okay. So now, do I want to set you free?
That's up to you.
I don't know. It's kind of questionable. I kind of like having this power over you, sweetheart. Capella, what's Daddy doing?
Hey,
Is he stuck? Okay, maybe I'll set you free. I'll be kind.
Thank you.
So I'm going to push this sucker up, which means then you can come through. Yay! Okay.
Now, if we have this gate shut,
That'll be
which we
closed.
would,
If we're not going to load them and we want to put them in different pens, then they would come through here.
this is,
Okay, this is fenced off.
you separate. You say, okay, this one goes to the. This one we keep. We vaccinated it. We run it through. We just turn it.
And we decide which pen we want to put it
If you want to
in.
have it in a holding pen, then this is what this is, a little holding pen.
Yep.
Steer them in there to stay. But if you decide you want to separate out, let's say you want to keep the calves here
Okay.
for some other purpose, you just turn all the calves through here.
Okay.
And then you bring the heifers, run those through here, and go through that pen there. You can either hold them in here,
Yes.
for
Or
whatever
set them
reason,
back
you might wanna
into
hold
the
them, I
big
don't
pen.
know, but you might.
Okay.
Maybe just to keep them out of the group so they don't keep cycling back in and you keep track of which ones you've treated
Vaccinated.
already,
Yeah. Or
you know?
yep. And then if you want to load them,
And then for market, and this will work for
the bull.
the bull,
Okay, I'll make it around here.
we'll run him through
So that gate,
this gate that opens.
it attaches. It should close up here.
And then what we're doing here,
Yeah. So that closes that. Sets that off.
what we're doing here is we will level this off here, right? So and I'll gravel this,
Okay.
and then we'll back the trailer right up to here.
Okay.
So then everything comes right in.
So they just go right into the trailer. Okay. And then down there, let's go walk down and see where they're catching. So when we want to first catch them, if they're out here grazing, we're somehow, if we don't have really a horse that will work for us or dogs, but
Midnight, I could have gotten her, boy.
yeah, Midnight could have been a good cattle horse. So we'll kind of push them down to this area here.
Yep.
But to begin with, before we know that the bull is going to be picked up, like when we know there's another like week before we pick him up, won't we start putting hay into
We'll
this?
feed 'em in here.
Yeah, we'll feed them in here. So they'll get used to coming down into this
They'll
larger.
follow me anywhere I have that bale now. They see the bale and they come
They're little suckers for it, aren't they?
Yeah.
They love that hay.
Hey.
So this is the large catching pen.
Yeah, and I told him I wanted it designed to handle at least 25 cows. So we made it big enough.
Nice and big.
25 cows into here.
Yes.
I don't know that I'll ever have a herd that big, but I figured while we're building it, we might as well build it so we can handle some more
Yeah.
critters.
Yep.
And so it'll be good.
There's the piggies.
This is like part of our permanent infrastructure that you never think about when you buy a place. And, you know, not free. But, the other thing that's important is these are oak boards. And the reason he used oak was so that you know, animals can get kind of rambunctious trying to separate them and move them. This isn't something they enjoy doing.
So that they won't break easy.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get a big bull in here and he's not going to be able to bust through.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I think you did a very fine demonstration.
You like that
I
demonstration?
did. You're such a bull.
That's because I'm horny.
You are horrible. While Tracy was here, he also dug the holes and set the posts for our new horse barn that is going to be down by the round pen. It is mainly just a 3-sided shed, pretty big, about 30 feet long, and it'll be a great place for the horses to take shelter when they need it, and for us to store all the goodies for the horses as well. Welcome to our muddy mess. So lovely. As you can see, they have the concrete here ready to be mixed, and then we'll get things started. So the horses will finally have some good shelter. Yay. is the outline for the horse shed. So this is actually 12 feet across, 10 feet deep, and then we have another 12 foot across. Hey Trip, you checking out your new shed? Your new place to hang? Right here is a 6 by 10 foot area that we're gonna close in order to keep our saddles and the food and stuff like that in there. So this will be where they are fed, watered, and taken care of. As soon as the ground is not so muddy, we'll have gravel put all in here, similar to what's inside of the round pen, just so that it does not continue to be so muddy, and then probably reseed in the springtime. Hey, beautiful girl. It's warming up. We're gonna get your coats off soon. Yeah. I love you, Jolie. You're a good girl. Let's get you treats. You want one too, Trippers? You ready? Yum, yum. Yum, yum. You both are so gentle. Okay, that's enough. Charlie. Hi. Hey, Waddles. Hey, big girl. You're scared of them, aren't you, buddy? Over the weekend, we did do some work on the interior of the log home, which I'll show you in the next video. But one of the things that Chuck and I did on Sunday was we took the day off from the build and we decided to do some work outside. It was such a gorgeous day. We went for a hike around the property, and then we got the tractor all lubed up and we moved equipment. Some of the things that Chuck had bought when we first moved to the area, he had placed near the big oak tree. And I was not a big fan of them being in that position. And so we used the tractor to haul them down to the area by the chicken coop and also to give them a test to make sure that they're working, because we had not used them yet. So it was our first time using them and it seemed to work pretty well. So we are hooking up the haybine that Chuck bought a while ago. Ah! Okay, it works. That's good. Had it for a year, don't know if it has worked, and now we know it does. But we're gonna move it to a different spot.
This is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, I'll say.
People have gotten caught in there.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Well, I hope to scare you a little bit.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff, this is like, you gotta throw a second chance on this.
Oh, God.
That PTO shaft will wrap you up. Rip
Yeah.
your arm off.
And that will chew you to pieces.
But this was one, I was cleaning one of these out. Funny story.
Okay, tell
When I
it.
was on the dairy farm, I was hosing it off after the end of the day. I put the hose on the reel. I went in and I wanted to move the sickle down below, so I jumped up on the tractor. I hit it. It took the hose reel.
Oh.
And it sucked it in.
Oh, God.
And when it pulled the hose, it was in the milk house. It ripped the hot water heater.
Oh, God.
the
That's
water
not a
pipe,
funny story. That's
everything
horrible.
out. And
You've never told me that story.
my boss was not happy with
Yeah,
it
I
because
can imagine. That's a big mess. Yeah. Oy, not very
Yeah.
good. Oops.
pulled it right out of the milk house. It just
But-
all of a sudden everything comes flying out of the milk house.
Good job.
Attached to the hose.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get fired over that.
Should have probably.
Getting her moved. Thank goodness. I didn't like it up there to begin with. Chuck wants to test this out on some of the grass we have here, and he's going to show me how it actually works. So pull a little forward.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going forward.
Turn to the left.
Right there? Oh, so go to the left a little more? Okay. 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 Okay, letting it down. Get this gear. Ribbon.
So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on Saturday
Now just
night.
back it in. Got it in its new spot. Heading back up to get the next piece of equipment. The cows will move out of the way.
I'm gonna quit my
Look
job.
out,
Never wanna have no bars. I just wanna play my rock and roll like they do on the radio.
Second piece of equipment. We
Tommy's
got the rake.
brand new drums, and I still have my old guitar. And John said this next song's gonna be real good, if you know what I mean. Round and round.
While we had the tractor out in the back area, we decided to pick up some wood that will be used for the rafters on the roof for the horse barn. So that was one of the things that we did. And also I got to pick out some of the wood that will be used for the shelving inside of the closets.
At least 10, if not 12 inches wide. I don't have a tape measure. So these are too wide. You can't use these.
But those would be good for shelving. So we should bring them over anyways.
Yeah, you have your shelving.
Yay, I got my shelving. Time to make some closets. We just stacked all the wood up. Well, hello, chickies. The only 4 we have left. So we're gonna go over to this other pile. We have to unload a couple of these that we don't want to bring up and grab, I think we need like 10 more for the horse barn, and we've got them in this pile. Chuck is going to bring the wood where it needs to go. I am not trusting myself enough to drive the tractor with that load. That's why he's driving, not me. Hi, beautiful. How are you guys? Okay, look out. Jojo! Look out, Jolly! Ah! Oh my gosh, it's so slick. Hey! Muddy mug. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, we just want to welcome you all to our amazing journey. We feel blessed every single moment of every day, and we're just glad that we get to share it with you all. We are very happy that all the new subscribers have joined us, and we love your comments. So thank you to all of you for saying hello and being a participant in this journey with us. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you all take very good care, and we'll see you again very soon. We got a big one loose. Where do you need to go, Mama? You definitely don't need to go into my car.